What's good YouTube, Ben here, welcome to the next video on the channel. In this one, I'm going to give you my next old school RuneScape free-to-play moneymaker. This one's going to be called Arrows Equals Profit. Let's get into this. Alright, this is by far one of the most old school ways to make money in old school RuneScape. What we're going to be doing is buying arrows off of the Grand Exchange and selling them to the Lowe's Arrow Emporium, I think it's called, in Varrock. If you go on the map, you'll see it right across from the anvil in central Varrock. It's right here, across from the anvil. And this is, like I said, by far one of the old school ways to make money. Now, I want to point out something as well, because I keep getting comments like these in my old school RuneScape free-to-play money-making videos. I get it. The money-makers I show aren't going to make you mills or bills. Fine. However, if you're stuck in free-to-play trying to earn money for a bond, you aren't going to be making mills or bills. Let's be real here, no free-to-play moneymakers make that kind of money, especially quickly. Like, you make, 1/50th of the money you could earn in pay-to-play. It's kind of the way RuneScape works, it's how Jagex make their money, to make you a member. But at the same time, I do showcase those moneymakers that are different from everyone else, because most people, when they're free-to-play money-making, are going to be doing stuff like Ogress Warriors is one that's always heavily camped or botted. Chopping Ewes, again, is another one that's heavily camped and heavily botted. Any old school RuneScape free-to-play moneymakers that are really good are all heavily botted and all heavily abused by players. Hence why I showcase other ones, because it gives you a different way to make money. And sure, it's not as quick and it's not as consistent, but at the same time, you still make money from it, which is why I showcase them. But little rant out of the way. Also, question of the day today, guys, do you prefer using ranged attacks or magic attacks against PvE enemies? Let me know in the comments down below. But we're going to go to the Grand Exchange, and we're going to buy some Adamant and Mithril arrows. So we'll buy Adamant arrows, and we'll go ahead and buy 500 of these. We'll buy 500, we'll put them for 13. That should let them buy. Yes, it does. Perfect, we bought them for 13 GP each. And then we're going to buy some Mithril arrows. And we'll go ahead and buy another 500 of these. Why not? We'll put them in for 3, see if they buy. No, they won't. Okay, we'll put them in for 4. We'll spend another set of GP on them, but that's fine. Because even at 4 GP, you're still making tons of profit off of this. So we'll buy 500 of them. So we just used almost all of our 10k starting cash. Now I'm going to keep cash in my inventory, because why not? So we're going to run from here, and we're going to go to Lowe's Arrow Emporium. Like I said, it's across from the anvil in Varrock Square. And I feel as if, moneymakers like this are pretty chill, because you literally just have to buy a bunch of arrows on Grand Exchange, which I think there's like, what, a trade limit of 13,000 on arrows? So you can do quite a lot of these per hour. And you can go ahead and just sell them to the shop. Now, what we're going to be doing is selling them in batches of 50. You don't make as much money, but this is just quick for the video. I would recommend selling them in batches of like 25. But you want to go into the shop and you want to trade with Low. And as you can see, he starts with about 800 myth, 600 adamant. And we're going to sell 50 of each to him each time. And we're going to hop worlds. It's one of those methods where you buy from the GE, sell to a shop, hop worlds a bunch of times, and trade. It's really quite self-explanatory, but at the same time, it's one of those money makers that's just extremely chill, because you can just go ahead and start doing this. You can do this whilst doing other stuff, to be fair. Like, more often than not, I use some of the money makers I showcase when I'm just randomly on making, like, rendering videos or whatever. Well, not at the minute anyway, because I use my iMac for editing videos now, but like when I'm editing, like rendering videos on there, I'll come back to the PC and just play some RuneScape for a bit, because it's chill. But anyway, getting a bit off topic, we're going to go ahead and keep hopping worlds, because the more you do this, the more money you'll make. Of course, you want to make sure that people aren't doing this at the same time as you, because if they are, you'll make a lot less money. But we're going to go ahead and trade 50 each, and like I said before, I know this isn't the most efficient way to do it. Like, you probably want to sell a bit less, but again, it'll take way longer. Plus, for the purposes of the video, you can quickly see how easy it is to do this and make money. It's really not that bad. So go ahead, sell 50. But as you can see, we've already almost made back all of our money, and you're going to make a little bit of profit on top. The thing is, for methods like this, the more money you start with, the more money you're going to make. That's just the way it is. So, like, for example, go here, trade 50, trade another 50, and now we're over the 10k point. So we've already now made profit. You know what I mean? And the thing is, like, methods like this, like I said, aren't going to make you mills and bills. But no method in free-to-play is. Unless you're a massive PKer in free-to-play and PK, like, 10 people wearing Gilded. Sure, I guess. But then at that point, you know, is it really worth it? You know, that's about the only thing I can think of in free-to-play. It's going to earn you bills. Because no other method in free-to-play will earn you mills. Like, it's just the way free-to-play is. That's how Jagex make their money. You know, they make it really, really difficult in free-to-play so that you want to become a member to, you know, make things faster and you unlock more skills. And you, of course, you've got, you know, a lot more stuff to do. It's kind of the way they make their money. But that's the way, you know, any sort of free-to-play game makes their money by, you know, forcing either memberships or microtransactions. It's just the way free-to-play is on most games. But we're what? I don't know. Well, this takes about 5 minutes to do, like, this kind of invent, and it's easy money. Like, it's stupid easy money. And there are tons of methods like this throughout the game. Like, you could literally do all of the methods like this that I've showcased, like, in a day, and you'd still make, like, a few 100k to a mil. Like, it's honestly ridiculous. I mean, at this point, I must have, what, like, 30, maybe 40 videos in this category of money equals profit series for OldSchool Runescape. Like, I've done tons of different little money makers. This one's already been sold to, you can tell, but I'll still sell to it because it's still worth it. We'll go to that world, why not? There will be some people or some bots doing this, of course. And I get it, like, you know, I'm showcasing methods that, you know, botters can then abuse. But at the same time, botters are already abusing the game. Like, me showcasing money-making methods isn't going to make the problem any worse, because they're already there. You know what I mean? Like, I don't agree with botting in the slightest at all, because it does, in my opinion, ruin the game. But at the same time, it's one of those things. Like, it's just one of those things. It's annoying, but it is just one of those things. But there we go, our inventory wiped. We just made 8.9k, so almost 9k in roughly 5 minutes. You know, you do this with a lot more money, you're going to walk out with a lot more money. But that's the basic money maker. Let me know your thoughts about this video in the comments down below. Don't forget, you can also support the channel further by becoming a channel member from as little as 99 pence per month here in the UK. And don't forget, I do live stream. When I go live right here on YouTube in the Shorts feed, and I go live on Twitch at the same time in full 1080p. So if you want to check out my full 1080p streams, don't forget to go over to Twitch. That link is down below. Follow me over there. And if you want to catch my short style streams on YouTube at the same time, don't forget to turn on notifications and subscribe.